US Open draw, Emma Raducanu faces tough route if she can beat qualifier in first round. Men's champion Sinner opens against number 87 Vit Capriva. Women's title holder Sabalenka draws Rebecca Mazarova. Emma Raducanu has avoided the top seeds in the first two rounds of the US Open but still faces a challenging path as she tries to convert her recent positive form into a first match win in New York since her shock triumph here 4 years ago. Britain's Raducanu, who is unseeded, will open her tournament against a qualifier. However, she could face the informed 24th seed Veronika Kudermetova, a recent semi-finalist at the Cincinnati Open, in round 2. A potential third-round opponent is a resurgent Elena Rybakina, the 2022 Wimbledon champion and another semi-finalist in Cincinnati last week. Last year marked a low point for Raducanu as she lost in the first round after missing most of the US hardcourt swing. This time, she is as match-tough as she has been over the past few years, establishing a consistently high level over the past few months and pushing Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, to a final set tiebreak in their 3-hour tussle in Cincinnati. Now ranked number 35, Raducanu missed out on being seeded in New York by just 1 spot. In his return to singles competition, after missing the entire US hardcourt swing, Raducanu's fellow British player Jack Draper will also face a qualifier or lucky loser in his opening round match. Draper, seeded 5th, has not competed in singles since Wimbledon after being diagnosed with a left forearm injury. However, he looked healthy and well prepared during his semi-final run in the mixed doubles alongside Jessica Pegula this week. 1 year on from his breakthrough run to the US Open semi-final, Draper has been drawn in Jannik Sinner's quarter, but a quarter-final rematch with his old friend is a long way away with quality opponents such as Gabriel Diallo, Lorenzo Musetti and Flavio Cobolli in his section. The women's field is headed by Sabalenka, who will open her defense against the world number 109, Rebecca Mazarova of Switzerland. Rybakina, who she could meet in the quarter-finals, is the most dangerous player in her section before the semi-finals, and Pegula, the 4th seed, is the second highest seed in the top half. Coco Gauff, the 3rd seed, has been drawn in number 2 seeded Iga Swiatek's half of the draw as she tries to find her way again after a difficult period since her French Open win in June. Swiatek is in fine form, having won Wimbledon and the Cincinnati Open in recent weeks. The Pole will face Emiliana Arango of Colombia in the opening round. Venus Williams, meanwhile, has been drawn against the 11th seed Karolina Muchova in her 25th appearance at the US Open. Williams is the oldest entrant in the event in 44 years. Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, the top 2 seeds, will attempt to consolidate their domination of men's tennis with a 3rd consecutive Grand Slam final meeting and 5th consecutive final overall. Sinner will begin his defense against Vit Capriva of the Czech Republic and, along with a potential quarter-final against Draper, the 3rd seed Alexander Zverev is his projected semi-final opponent. Alcaraz, however, has been handed a challenging first-round opponent in the big-serving Riley Opelka, a former number 17 who stands at 6 feet 11 inches. While the 4th seed Taylor Fritz, last year's beaten finalist, is Alcaraz's projected semi-final opponent by seeding, the 7th seed Novak Djokovic, who has been the best Grand Slam performer behind Sinner and Alcaraz this year with 3 consecutive semi-finals, looms in Fritz's quarter. The 38-year-old has not competed since Wimbledon. Plenty of tough first-round ties await the rest of the British contingent. Katie Boulter will face the 27th seed Marta Kostyuk, and Sonny Cartle will line up against Beatriz Haddad-Maia, the 18th seed. Cameron Norrie will play the American shotmaker Sebastian Korda, while Jacob Fernley has been drawn against the Spanish veteran Roberto Bautista Agut.